திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஆடும் வரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என பாடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய் தேடும் கயமா முகனை சிறுவில் சாடும் தனி ஞானே சகோதரனே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். பொய்கண்டார்கானா புனிதமனு மத்துவித மெய்கண்ட நாதனருள் மேவுடாள் என்னாலும். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, ஏகம்பத்துரையந்தாய் போற்றி, பாகம் பெண்ணிரு ஆனாய் போற்றி, பராய்த்துறை மேவிய பரணே போற்றி, சிராப்பள்ளி மேவிய சிவனே போற்றி, அண்ணாமலைய மன்னா போற்றி, கண்ணார முதற்கடலே போற்றி, காவாய் கனக திரளே போற்றி, கைலை மலையானே போற்றி போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகர. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அந்த சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெரும் கருணையினாலே நம்முடைய அன்பிற்குரிய கர்த்தார் சரவணன் தம்பதியர் இந்த ஆங்கிலத்திலே தொடர் நிகழ்வாக சைவ சித்தாந்தம் பற்றிய அடிப்படை குறிப்புகளை வழங்குகின்ற ஞான வேள்வியை தொடர்ந்து செய்து வருகின்ற பாங்கிலே த பிலாசபி ஆஃப் சைவ சித்தாந்தம் என்கிற தலைப்பில் தி சோல் என்று சாப்டர் 1 தி அல்மைட்டி என்று சாப்டர் 2 சிந்தித்த நாம் சென்ற வாரம் தொடங்கி சாப்டர் 3 த பாண்டேஜ் என்கிற தலைப்பிலே செய்திகளை சிந்திக்க திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறது. இந்த வாரமும் த பிலாசபி ஆஃப் சைவ சித்தாந்தம் basically concerns about 3 entities: Padi, Pasu, Pasam, the Almighty, the soul, and the blockage in between them. Pasu, the souls, always suffering. The Almighty, the personification of bliss. The Almighty is ready to contribute, ready to gift the grace and also the bliss. The soul is also ready to receive them. In between, the transaction is not affected because of some shortcomings in the wisdom of the soul. See, only the things with the wisdom, they are called as animated things. They will be able to receive the bliss, they will be able to enjoy. Otherwise, things, the inanimated things, they don't have pleasure, they don't have pain, they don't have such feelings at all. So we have the bliss, we have the suffering. Then we come to a conclusion that these sufferings are the enjoyments. They cannot be they cannot be taken up by inanimated things. Only animated things can feel them, isn't it? So the body, the tattvas, the structure is an inanimated thing which doesn't have wisdom. It cannot suffer or enjoy by itself. So only using this, the soul inside within the structure is receiving the pleasure or the suffering. We must conclude that there is another thing with the wisdom inside the superstructure or the body. We call it as a whole, a body, but it is comprising of the physical structure is comprising of tattvas. It is made up of tattvas which don't have wisdom. They are inanimate. You understand? The pain or the enjoyment, the joy, the pain, all of them are taken up not by the body, but they are felt only by the soul, not by the structure. You should not say that the body is feeling it. Through the body, by use of the body, the soul is able to observe the joy or the pain. You understand? So we understand that a soul with wisdom inside the structure is able to listen the bliss and the suffering. It has been liberated partially. It has been liberated partially from the suffering or the class or the glitches of the anavam, the ignorance. Because of the ignorance, because of the anavam, the soul is not able to be clear. The soul is not able to observe things clearly. It is enmasked or encompassed with the ignorance, the darkness. We have called anavam by various names: ignorance, darkness, anavam. We have called it by lot of names. The only thing you must understand is the wisdom is not clear, is not able to understand by itself because of the anavam which has caught hold of the wisdom. Now we have to release it or liberate the wisdom from the crutch of the ignorance. Okay, so we come to the conclusion that there are two things. One is with wisdom, another is without wisdom. One is animated, another thing is inanimated. The animated thing is called soul, inanimated thing is called body or physical structure. The physical structure, because of the physical structure, the soul is able to receive pain or joy from the universe. Now let us come to the next point. We have made it clear, this first point. The soul is an animated thing, the body is an inanimated thing. Whatever joy or pleasure being felt is not by the body, is by the soul. But to feel them, the structure is required because of the wisdom being encompassed by the anavam. So that is the point I want to make it clear. Number one. Number two. Okay. The inanimated things, you have told that the universe, you have told the physical structure, they have been made out of Maya in the last session. So Maya is an inanimated energy under the control of Lord Shiva. Okay. Now the physical structure has been awarded by the Almighty from the Maya. So I gave an example in the last session, if I remember correctly. That is, a pot is made out of clay by a potter. Likewise, the world is evolved from the Maya by the potter, the Almighty. By the potter, the Almighty. Okay, you understand? The Almighty is a potter. He is not the clay. So don't say that the world has come from the God. It has not come from the God. It has come through Him. You understand? Likewise, that is why He is called Nimitta Karanan. You understand? Nimitta Karanan. Mudar Karanam. Nimitta Karanam. That is, the Mudar Karanam means the raw material, the basic raw material. And the person who is responsible for evolving the world from the Maya is Lord Shiva. He is Nimitta Karanan, but for him it would not have come out of the Maya. That you must understand. You just see the world, it is systematic. If it is systematic, it cannot evolve by itself in a systematic manner. In a systematic manner, it evolves because it is being handled by a soul with great wisdom. Great wisdom, unequable wisdom, never thinkable wisdom. Understand? That is called Padi Jnanam. So, the God with the Padi Jnanam, the unthinkable, unmeasurable wisdom, He is the responsible thing for evolving universe out of the Maya. Einstein has also said that one day or other the whole universe will shrink and get into a pinpoint stage. What does it mean? He agrees the theory of Saiva Sidhdhantham. The whole universe will be shrunk by the Almighty, and it will be again a part being out of clay. It will finally go into clay again. Likewise, as mud, it will again go. Likewise, the whole universe, the whole structure, they will go into the Suchama state. The Suchama state are the cause and effect. If you say that part is effect, then mud is cause. If you say the universe is effect, then the Maya is the cause. The cause is being handled by the Almighty with a great wisdom. That is why it is systematic. How far the sun is to be placed from the earth, how far the moon should be placed from the earth, what should be the velocity of the earth, what should be the velocity of the moon. All these are calculated, measured, and they are put into those orbits with the speed, without changing the speed. They are going on revolving one around the other. So the system seems to be evolved by a person with wisdom, great wisdom, being controlled. You understand? Being controlled. So that thing we call the Almighty. Okay. So He evolved the universe out of the Maya, the physical structure. Maya, the universe, it includes the water, land, fire, air, space, everything. And also the effects of all these Panchabhudam, 5 elements. The elements, they are becoming the effects. They are becoming the effect. And so many things have been evolved out of them. By the combination of the 5 elements, lot of things are evolved. And what about your physical structure, body? It has also been evolved out of the 5 basic elements. You understand? Okay, now we know that the physical structure is being evolved from Maya, and the whole universe, the world with the 5 elements evolved from Maya by the Almighty. So He has given everything. Soul is to contribute nothing. It cannot contribute anything. It is using only. We are using only. We don't contribute. We don't give anything. We are not able to give anything. We will not be able to give anything. You understand? Okay, the physical structure has been given to the soul. Then the question comes, why? Why it has to be added to the soul? Soul, it's already with the ignorance. Then again, one more, without wisdom, an element is being, a thing is being added to the wisdom of the soul. Why it should be added at all? Already the ignorance is inanimated. Why another thing, the Maya, without wisdom, an inanimated thing should be added? Because God wants the soul to be active. So the soul is not able to be active by itself. So He gives the physical structure to make it active. To make it active. The soul slowly gets out of the anavam, ignorance. It has been deposited in layers and layers on the wisdom. They have to be removed layer after layer. There are scales of ignorance in the wisdom. It is not very easy to peel them off. It is not very easy to cut them off. So without making any damage to the wisdom, they should be removed from the wisdom. That process is going on, and the God has taken up the project we have discussed earlier. So the soul now it starts acting. So that is called, we say that it's active. So far, it didn't do anything at all. It was actionless. It was inactive. It didn't do anything. Like a baby without eyes, sight, plunged into the darkness. The souls, they plunged into the anavam. They were inactive. God only came forward and He gave the physical structure. A man groping in the darkness, being offered a lamp. Likewise, Maya, from Maya, the physical structure as a temporary lamp has been awarded, gifted by the Almighty. Now, once the physical structure is given, the soul starts to be active. It performs. It acts. Okay, how it acts? What motivates the action? Somebody is to do something means there should be a motive. Unless otherwise you are motivated, you cannot do anything. If you want to achieve, all achievements are you must understand, they were evolved out of the thirst for victory. You understand? There should be some motive. Even in courts, the judge will look for a motive. Suppose an offense has been committed by a person and he has been convicted only on the basis that there should be a motive. Without a motive, the offense cannot be pinned down on the person accused. So we must search for a motive. Okay, physical structure has been given to the soul. Soul is expected to be active. Okay, the external structure helps the soul to be active. What do you mean by active? Active means the three basic powers externally triggered and the soul is becoming active. What are those three basic powers? First power is called Icha Sakti, a wish. Then the second one, Jnana Sakti, that is planning how to do one thing. So for doing one thing, you wish for something, you wish to do something, and if you wish to do such something, how to do it, you have to plan. You require jnanam, some wisdom. Then the third one is performance or execution. These three are to be made active. These are the three basic characteristics of the soul. The soul has a wish, has a planning capacity, has a executing capacity, if at all, if it is assisted, helped. Since the soul is plunged into the darkness, it is not able to be active. These three are inactive. So these three to be made active. These three to be made active. What are these three things? The first one I have already told, that desire. You must desire, you must wish. Unless otherwise you have a desire for something, you will not be inclined to do anything. For eating, for seeing, for going, coming, everything there should be a wish. You understand? The wish, the plan, the execution, all these three put together called the motive, the motivation. They are put together called motivation. So the wish is to be triggered, that the thirst for desire is to be triggered. Then the planning capacity is to be triggered. Then its execution power is to be offered, triggered. All these three things are being triggered by Lord Shiva, by the external structures, and they are called Araham, Viddai, Kalai, Viddai, Araham. They are called. You understand? What do you mean by Viddai? What do you mean by Kalai? What do you mean by Araham? Araham, the desire. Something there should be to fire the trigger for the wish. For example, a student, a small boy, he should be triggered to go to school, read, educate himself. What to do? To trigger the desire for studying, to trigger the desire for studying, the father offers chocolate or something he likes, is ice cream. So he is triggering him. Externally he is triggering him to have the thirst for study, to have the inclination for the study. So that is called araham. So God puts forth, God triggers the araham. The araham in turn triggers the desire of the soul. Okay, desire of the soul. Once it is triggered, what does it do? Once it triggers, then it has to plan to fulfill the desire. Is it not? It has to plan. Suppose I have a desire, I should have a plan to fulfill the desire. So that planning capacity is being offered or triggered by the next thing called vittai. Vittai means jnanam, avichai, ajnanam, ignorance. Vittai means jnanam. So that it triggers. Okay, once it is triggered, it has to be executed. What is the use in planning? See, you have a desire, you plan, but you don't execute the plan. What will happen? Then all these things your wish will crumble down to powder. Is it not? Hey, if you want to build a house, then you plan how to build the house, how to get finance, all these things you plan. Then you must start executing. Isn't it? Unless otherwise you execute it, the thing will not materialize. You understand? Okay. Now, the three basic things God offers out of Asuddha Maya, not from the pure Maya. Impurity has been added because you understand the Maya itself is very pure. It is not impure. You understand? See, the white is always white. White is always white. Suppose you go and add this white paint, you are going to paint some surface, let us say. You are going to apply white paint. You want to get a white surface. First of all, you must ensure that the surface is colorless. It should be colorless. Then only you will have, after painting with the white paint, you will have a white surface. Is it not? Suppose the surface has already been coated by black paint. You apply white paint. What will happen? It will not be white, it will be grey. Is it not? Likewise, Maya has been applied to the wisdom of the soul. Maya itself is pure, but on the black surface, that is, with the ignorance, anavam, the soul's wisdom is there. The Maya material has been deposited, has been given. What will happen? White applied on black surface, it becomes grey. Likewise, impure Maya comes. That is why it is called impure, Maya impure. Out of the impure Maya, he makes. You understand? White flower. Let us say wheat flower, white flower. Flour, flower, white flower. Very white. What happens? You add water, salt. Is it not? What will happen? To make puri or chapati out of the flour, what will happen? You will knead it, isn't it? After kneading it, you will find the grey balls of this flour. How does it become not only grey, say brownish, let us say brownish. How it has become brown? Only white flour. Because of adding water, salt, everything, it changed the color. Likewise, Maya also changed its purity level to impurity, that is impure Maya, Asuddha Maya. God's controlled Maya is called Suddha Maya, the very pure form of Maya. What happens to it? It became impure. Out of that, he gives three basic tattvas. These three basic tattvas made out of impure Maya, called Kalai, Vittai, Araham. What do you call it? Kalai, Vittai, Araham. Araham, desire. Vittai, planning. Kalai, execution. Ichai, Jnanam, Kriyai. Kriyai means Kalai, that is execution. Now these three have been formed and have been attached in the structure, physical structure, external structure, exterior structure, to motivate the human or the soul's wisdom. Motivate the soul's wisdom. So God wants to motivate. Okay. The motivation has been done by these three things we understand. Next comes a question. The motivation, once is made, once the soul's wisdom becomes active, when it comes to execution level, what will it desire, what will it do, what will it plan, what will it execute? Will all the souls desire the same thing? Will all the souls plan in the same manner? Will all the souls execute in the same pattern? My wish, your wish, they are different. Even if we have the same desire, your planning and my planning will be different. Even if the plannings are same, the execution will be different from me to you. Why? Because that is called the individuality, the uniqueness of the soul. That is the uniqueness of the soul. So, this uniqueness of the soul, the individuality of the soul, it decides what to be desired, what to be, how to be planned, and the way, the pattern to be executed. I think you are able to understand what I am trying to explain. See, these three are common for all the souls. Ichai, Jnanam, Kriya, common for all souls. Each soul has these three triggered by external thing. But will they be functioning in the same manner? That's the question. That's the question. So there should be a platform. There should be a platform for the desire to be executed. There should be a platform. So the starting platform is called the Mula Karmam. It is called the Mula Karmam. You just remember that name, we will come to it later. We will come to it later, because it is the another impurity added along with the Maya. Once Maya comes, automatically Mula Karmam also comes. You understand? Okay. Now let us say that according to the Mula Karmam platform, the triggering of the desire, planning, execution, all these functions are planned in such a manner uniquely. Individual, that's very important. One soul is not similar to the another soul. Not at all. Souls are different. And you understand, souls are different means souls' wisdom levels are different. Wisdom levels are different. Even when they are released from the grip of the darkness, they are not at the same stage of wisdom level. You understand? It is not the same. That is why I called it unique platform. They are not at par. When the souls are released from the grip of the darkness, a little, not full. When they are tried to be made active, when they are offered the tattvas to make them active, they are not at the same level of wisdom. They are not at the same level of wisdom. That is called the unique status. There comes the Moola Karma that we will discuss later. So, the executions, the structure has been offered. External structures are also offered, that we will come to later. We will discuss for discussion. For discussion, we will come later to that subject. I am just asking one question. The structures, the physical structures, they are offered from Maya, from Asuddha Maya, Kalai Vitte Araham. Okay. The next question comes, what should be offered for desiring? So I said I am desiring means for desiring, for executing the desire or to desire something, I must have some basic form, isn't it? For example, let us say I am being asked to enter into a room. I am just entering. Tell me what you wish here. There should be something for you to be desired. For example, there are food items. Then you will have a desiring platform. You will have some desire platform. I want this, I don't want that, I do not know what is this. Likewise, you have a desire platform. You have another table with so much of cell phones. Then you have a platform for a desire. Then if you have another table with lots of pins or dresses like that. So there should be some platform, there should be some items to be desired, isn't it? Which are to be desired. So that is the universe. So universe is made out of the Maya. It is made out of Maya means made out of not pure Maya. It is made out of impure Maya. Impure Maya. Why? Why they are made out of impure Maya? Because the sensors are made out of impure Maya. You understand? A receiver and a receiving antenna should receive a transmitted signal, means the antenna and the signal should be tuned to the same frequency. If they are different frequencies, antenna will not receive, the receiver will not receive. Receiver has to be tuned to the frequency of transmission. Then only they will make sure. Likewise, you must understand that the sensors and the sensors being made out of some material, at the same time the things being sensed by the sensor should also be made out of the same material. That is very important. Okay. Now we are trying to emphasize that the Kalai, Vittai, Araham, these three are offered as tattvas being made out of impure Mayai. Mayai made impure, you call it like that, impure Mayai. They have been made out of that and offered to the soul to be used. Okay, by to motivate. Okay, to motivate, there are a lot of things in the universe. Okay, now the next thing comes. How long this activation will be there? How long will the activation be there? And what are the limitations it should extend the desire? These things are to be planned well, because if it both cannot be limitless. One is the time, the second one is the boundary. It is very important. Niyati, the destined things destined to be enjoyed. The time, it is also decided. Things also destined, time also decided. Both things should make proper boundaries for the execution of the God's project. God's project has a lot of phases. One phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase. Lot of phases. We have passed through a lot of phases and we have come to this level now. You understand? Okay. Now, these three to be active, how long? And what these three things, Kalai, Vittai, Araham, these three things to be acting for how long, and what are the things to be desired, what are the things to be executed, what are the things to be achieved. You understand? Desire, maybe the universe is full of things. The soul has desire, but can it desire for the things out of its capacity? There are things which can be desired by the soul. There are things which can be within the reach of the soul. So the soul has its own capacity. That is decided by the Mula Karma. That I told we will discuss later. You understand? So the soul desires something, means which is to be desired, which is to be achieved. There are some limitations. It is called Niyati. That is the destiny or the destined thing. Destiny. Destiny means this is Niyati. What is the time frame? Why the Niyati and time frame? Why there are those things to be given means these physical structures made out of Maya are time bound. They will decay in course of time after use. Once you use them, once you put them in the use, then they will become worn out. You understand? Universe is also like that. You see the air is going on, it's being polluted, water is polluted, land already tired. All those things are happening because of the usage. What will happen? One day or other, the big shutdown will come. God will shut down the whole universe. That is the biggest shutdown. Why? Because all the 5 elements are out of use. They cannot be used. They are polluted. They have to be cleaned up for further use. Sometimes some factories are closed. Why? Overhauling, maintenance, servicing, all these reasons are attributed to the closure for a temporary, for shut and shut down. Likewise, the world will also be shut down one day or other. That is called the Uri Kalam. So it is a big shutdown. But the small shutdown come individually also. Why death comes? The physical structure has come to a stage beyond usage. beyond usage. We cannot use it further. It has to be disposed of. Once it is being disposed of, God thinks of another physical structure. He thinks of another physical structure. One shirt worn out, we go for next shirt. One dress worn out, we go for next dress. Likewise, one physical structure worn out, God goes for another one for us. That is why he is called the mother and father. He is going on offering so many dresses for the soul. Okay, now from Asuddha Mayai, Kalai, Vittai, Araham. Kalai, Vittai, Araham. Araham means desire. Vidya means the performing wisdom. The wisdom, the planning wisdom. The third one is execution. Kalai, Kriyai. Vidya, Jnanam. Araham, Ichai. Ichai, Jnanam, Kriyai. You understand? Okay, the Ichai, Jnanam, Kriyai. This motivation has two boundaries. One is called Niyati, another one is called Kalam. That is, one is the destiny, another one is the time. These two things are interlocked, Kalam and Niyati. Suppose I am enjoying something, means it is time bound. I am having a relationship with my son, it is time bound. One day or other he will go individually, he will go on his own. It's not forever. You understand? All things are destined. Niyati. Destined means Niyati. Okay, now we discussed 5 things out of Asuddha Mayai, impure Mayai, Kalai, Vittai, Araham, and then Kalam, Niyati. These 5 tattvas, these 5 tools, these 5 instruments offered to the soul. Now, the soul becomes inseparable from these 5 things. It is considered as a blanket on the soul. Kanjuham, Panja Kanjuham it is called. Blanket made out of 5 basic things, tattvas. Then the soul is now called Purudan. Now he has got a new name. The soul has got a new name as Purudan. Purudan means soul with these 5 tattvas. This Kalam and Niyati, these two are boxes. They will be filled from time to time. Depending upon the birth it takes, it will be filled, it will be entered, the data will be entered. There will be a field. These two will be fields, 2 fields. There will be field for desire, there will be field for plan, there will be field. These 5 fields, they will be filled with the data birth after birth. Each birth will have different data entered, but there will be 5 fields. With these 5 fields, soul is called Purudan. You understand? So, Purudan, Purushan, Purudan, it means the soul with 5 tattvas, or the soul with the 5 fields. You enter the God enters, or the representative of God enters the data. Data entry operators are different from the Almighty. Almighty feeds the data, somebody fills it up. And they are called Brahma, Tirumal, Urutir, and all those field operators are there. You understand? The Almighty, He doesn't do anything physically. You understand? அவர் சங்கல்பம் மட்டும்தான் பண்ணுவார். சங்கல்பம் மீன்ஸ் he thinks, it is executed. Once he thinks, it is executed. எண்ணியர் எண்ணியாங்கு எய்துவர். It correctly goes, the definition correctly goes to the Almighty. எண்ணியாங்கு எய்துவர். அவர் என்ன எண்ணுகிறாரோ அதை அப்படியே செய்து முடிப்பார். அது அப்படியே அவர் நடக்கும், அப்படியே நடக்கும். அவர் எண்ணுது எப்படி நடக்கும், சங்கல்பிக்கிறபடி நடக்கும். எண்ணியர் எண்ணியாங்கு எய்துவர். எண்ணியர் ஏன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றது மட்டும் அப்படி நடக்கும். திண்ணியராக பெரிய அவரு is the most powerful, omnipresent, omnipotent, never ending power, never ending joy, bliss. Okay, I think we have discussed Asuddhamayai Tattvangal. How many Tattvam we have discussed? How many tools we discussed? We discussed Kalai, Vittai, Araham, Kalam, Niyadi. 5 put together called the blanket. Kanjuham, blanket. Overcoat, let us say it is an overcoat. The formless soul, once the overcoat is put on, it has a form. Some period ago, I saw a picture. It is called the hollow man. He will be formless. Once he puts the dress over him, he will get a form. Just to explain, don't think that I am seeing films. I don't have time for that. But I had an opportunity to see this film when I was taking a flight. When I was taking a flight, this picture was available. So I screened it and just viewed it. When I was viewing it, I remembered the concept of Purudan. You cannot see soul, but once it is dressed up with this blanket, then it is that is a Purudan called. You understand? Likewise, Purudan is also added up. One more, because it has come into association with the Tattvas, isn't it? So it is one of the Tattvas again. Purudan is one of the Tattvas. Asuddhamayai Tattvas. Kalam, Niyadi, Kalai, Vittai, Araham, Purudan. How many of them? 6 in this, isn't it? 6 Tattvas. Now we should not forget that the basic raw material for all these Tattvas. You understand? There will be again the Asuddhamayai there, out of which these Tattvas have been made. Asuddhamayai is also one of the Tattvas. So Mayai. So likewise, we have 7 in number. Why Maya should also be there, you may think. When we make chapatis, when we need the flour, we will have some extra flour also there, isn't it, to roll it up. Likewise, Maya is also there, Aslamaya is also there. Likewise, Maya, Kalai, Vittai, Araham, Maya. You understand? Now you must be well versed with these 7 basic Tattvas in Asuddhamayai. Now let me come to the gist of this. Where we started, from which point we started our discussion. You must not forget it. We started our discussion from the point that there should be motivation for the soul to be active. So the motivation that you should not forget, the motivation is why at all I should be active. Yeah, I am not doing anything. Somebody comes and triggers me. Come on man, why are you lying down? be active, do something. Why? Because if you do something, you will earn something. If you earn something, you will get whatever you want out of the earnings. You may get food, you may get dress, you may get everything out of the earning. So it is motivation. See, we are motivating the children. Go to school, get educated, go to school, get some good jobs, earn a lot, and take care of your parents. You understand? Of course, all things are sweetie except the last point. Why should we take care of our parents? They are already standing on their own legs. Why should we take care of them? We must come up and we will take care of ourselves. That is the motivation of the present trend of our children. Okay, that we should change the motivation. Good motivation should be cultivated. Students should be exposed to the good things. Don't always expose your children to worldly things. Expose them to good things also. Expose them to the better sector, because we cannot depend upon the media nowadays. Media is polluting. Media is destroying whatever you call the culture, the basic. If you go and call a boy, and if you ask him, what do you want, you just ask him. What do you wish, you just ask him. I want to be happy. I should have more money. I should enjoy. I must buy a car. I must buy a building. All these things they say. They don't say I must become a scientist. I must become a doctor and execute some service. I must become an engineer. I must create so much of software. All these things they don't say. 80 to 90% of the boys are only like this, saying that they want enjoyable things. But how these enjoyable things will come to them? Unless otherwise they tile down. So expose them to good things. You understand? So the motivation for motivating the soul, and after the motivation is created to enjoy, to either to enjoy or either to execute, or there should be something, some platform. You understand the physical structure that we are going to discuss in the next session, the second phase of structure. We discussed the first phase of structure, Asuddha Maya. Then we will come to the Prakriti Maya. In the next session, we will come to Prakriti Maya, and we will discuss the physical structure of that. That is the tattvas of the Prakriti Maya, why they are being offered, what are their functions, all these things we will discuss. Now these three, Asuddha Maya, these seven, the Asuddha Maya Tattvam, basically three, Kale Vitte Araham, for motivation, and to support them, to have the boundaries, Kalam Niyadi, and then Purudan, and then Maya. All these things you must be well versed in. These are the Maya. They are very, very close related to the soul. Soul, if you say soul, we don't mention soul in Saiva Sidhdhantham in this context. We will say Purudan. Once we say Purudan, it goes without explanation that Purudan means soul, Kalam, Niyadi, Kalai, Vittai, Araham. All these things put together, you must understand. Once you say Purudan, you understand? Okay, now we have discussed Asuddha Maya Tattvangal. This time the tools offered from Asuddha Maya by the Lordship we have discussed, and we will go to the next phase in our next session. And to conclude our session today, let me chant the 5-lettered mantra 5 times. Please follow me. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namachivaya, Om Namachivaya, Om Namachivaya. Tiruchitrambalam, you will be blessed by the Lordship because you have devoted your time to hear, to pay attention to some holy things. Definitely you will be rewarded, suitably you will be rewarded, and we have to thank our Qatar couple, Saravanan couple. They have taken lot of efforts. They have taken lot of. They are also preparing lot of charts. I have to go through them. I don't have time now, but I will in future. I will go through them, and they will be brought to the use of everybody soon. They will be brought to the use of everybody, and that family, that full family with all members, they are devoting their precious time to this holy holy service. They are offering this the series of lectures to make them understand the valuable basic principles of the philosophy of Saiva Sidhdhantham. Once we come to know them, our mind will be clear and the pain will not be there, because every day, in every moment, we are expecting pain out of our actions. So to come out of those things, we have to take shelter under the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Let us chant his mantra always. We will do things, we will execute our duties with the hope that there is always the support of Lord Shiva there. So have the confidence, chant 5-letter mantra, and go on with your regular work with the full vigor and cheer. We will meet in the next session next Saturday, but next Saturday on 17th, the time will be preponed. So I think it will be by 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning in Tamil Nadu. Suitably in Qatar and other places, you adjust the time. So we will be having our next session next Saturday. The time will be different. We will definitely meet on Saturday 17th, but time will be different. It will be duly informed. I think most probably it will be by 9:30 to 10 o'clock. 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Okay. Thank you very much. God bless you. Om Namah Shivaya. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.